Good evening, everyone. Or actually, I guess it's morning still. About 9:40. Just doing a quick preview. Just jumping on real quick to kind of preview this weekend racing. Staying out on the West Coast at Sonoma Raceway road course. Not one of my favorite types of tracks, but has a little bit of intrigue to it due to the challenge that's going on starting this week. We'll get into more of that here in a few minutes. But obviously, you're on a road course. Practice and qualifying are at 2 and 3 this afternoon. You're on a road course. You're going to lean Shane Van Gisbergen. Had probably the dominant car at the road course, street course in San Diego at the Naval Base last week. Got mixed up in a wreck. Ended the day for him, but you never count SVG out on these road courses. He's really good at them. So other names to watch: Connor Zilich, is good on road courses. Reddick, of course, has been good everywhere. The sleeper on these road courses has turned into Bubba Wallace. He's really started working on his road course craft a lot. So we'll see if that can continue this weekend. Blaney's been decent on them. Denny Hamlin, it's not his favorite type tracks, but he tries to just kind of do enough on these tracks where he more shines on the ovals. But Chase Elliott is good on road courses. So you've got a handful of drivers you can select from for your fantasy roster through NASCAR. If you play fantasy on there, my picks are going to be probably Shane Van Gisbergen, Connor Zilich. I'll probably take Blaney. It depends on how many starts I have left with each of these teams, too. If I only have like 4 starts left, I'm probably going to hold and go with somebody else. But right now, I'm leaning Van Gisbergen, Zilich, maybe even Daniel Suarez. He's gotten pretty good on road courses. He's won in Sonoma before, too. So he'd be one you could throw in there. Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick, like I mentioned. AJ Allmendinger is another good road course racer. He's somebody you could throw in there if you haven't used him a lot this year, which most people probably haven't. You know, that's probably going to be who I'm leaning with in my starting rotation. So we'll go with that. I haven't even really looked at the one-on-one matchups. Let me look at that real quick and see what the matchups look like that way. As soon as it'll let me get into the fantasy, there we go. Let's see who the one-on-one matchups are for this week. In fact, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do this. I hope it doesn't turn me purple again, but we'll see what happens. Come on. Share screen. NASCAR. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, see, I have 6 more with Shane. I'm going to use him. I'm going to pull Blaney out because I only have 5 with him. We'll throw Connor Zilich in. I still have 6 with him. Oh, he's already in too. Let's see. Let's pull Hocevar out. And let's throw... Oh, Michael McDowell's another good road course racer. We'll add him in for this one. I have 8 with him. Let me go pull Blaney now, see who else I can find. Let me find AJ Allmendinger. There he is. Throw him in. I'll leave Zane Smith. And we'll move Austin Hill out of the garage and throw in... I'm going to throw in Chris Buescher. Actually, I'm going to flip these two. There we go. I'll put Chris Buescher in the starting and put Zane Smith in my garage. Then your individual matchups. We don't know starting positions yet, but I'm going to take Suarez over Todd Gilliland. Give me Allmendinger over Briscoe. Briscoe's not bad on road courses, but Allmendinger is really good on them. This one's tough because McDowell's good. Bubba's been coming up, and I'm going to go with the flyer here and go with Michael McDowell. And then this one, I'm going to take Zane Smith. I think Hocevar is really, really aggressive, and on a track like this could find himself in trouble. So we'll see how that plays out this week. So other than that, there's not much to worry about for this week. For the O'Reilly series, the truck series is off this week. So for the O'Reilly series, they had their qualifying and stuff yesterday. So I'll run through real quick and give you the lineup. As you can imagine, Polsitter, Shane Van Gisbergen, Brent Cruz, Taylor Gray, Anthony Alfredo, Parker Retzloff, Corey Day, Jesse Love. Got some news on Jesse Love coming up here in a few minutes. Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, and Austin Hill round out the top 10. The O'Reilly series, I'm going to lean Shane Van Gisbergen for sure. I don't think Connor Zilic is running this. Oh, he is actually. He's in 30th place, but Connor Zilic is good on road courses, so don't let that fathom. That race actually is today at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. So tomorrow's NASCAR race is 3:30 Eastern time. So it's out on the West Coast. So early start time out there for them, but 3:30 on the East. So it's on TNT. The race today is on CW. CW has all the O'Reilly Auto Parts series. They do all of that. Practice qualifying is normally on their app. And then the race is on CW Network. Every race can be heard on NASCAR radio if you have Sirius XM, channel 90. If you subscribe to Sirius XM, you can get it that way. Some radio stations broadcast races. They normally don't do the Xfinity series over the actual radio, but some radio stations actually simulcast the races on Sunday for the Cup Series. The Cup Series, like I said, will be on TNT. This is the first of their 5-week stretch, I think, that they've got for. We just finished the Amazon Prime stretch. Now we're going to TNT. And I like the fact that there's more media partners. I don't like the fact that it's on TNT because a lot of people have canceled cable and may not have access to TNT based on what streaming service you use. I have access to it. I use YouTube TV, and I have access to it on that. So that's an option for people. I understand people are trying to cut costs and don't want to spend, but to me, the cost of YouTube TV is worth it for what you get. I get all the pretty much channels I want. So we're on TNT, like I said, so that'll be going on. Practice and qualifying for the Cup Series. I need to see, because it's been on Prime. So I need to see where qualifying is. It's on True TV. So True TV is going to handle the practice and qualifying today, and then TNT will do the broadcast. Excuse me. Not much else for this weekend. Like I said, I don't get too in depth into the road courses. They're not my favorite style. But I do like the what's coming up is NASCAR is doing a bracket challenge. This is the second attempt at it. They did it last year. I don't want to say an attempt. Let me see if I can. I'll reshare the screen and I'll get that up. Let me get back to it, wherever it is. Where's my thing? There it is. I lost my tab. Sorry. So it's something they've done much. Everybody loves brackets. Everybody does a March Madness bracket. People love brackets. So what they've done is they've had, races, and you had to be, I think, 32 in the points. Yeah, 32 is Alex Bowman. Tyler Reddick's leading the points. He's number one. Number two is going to be up here, which is going to be Denny Hamlin. It is based on the point standings right now in the top 32. And how NASCAR does it is whoever finishes higher moves on. Last year, you had this exact same matchup right over here, Denny Hamlin and Ty Dillon. And Ty Dillon wound up beating him. Ty Dillon made it all the way to the finals. So last year we had the Ty and Ty show, which is at Indianapolis for the finals, by the way, for the Brickyard 400. But it was Ty Dillon versus Ty Gibbs, and Ty Gibbs wound up winning. Winning driver gets $1 million. It's $1 million payout for this. And you can see the races. Sonoma, obviously, this weekend. Then we go to Chicagoland. It comes back onto the schedule for the first time in a few years. Really good race, really fun race. I'll have a good preview on that next week. Following week, we go to Atlanta. This is where all hell breaks loose, because at Atlanta last year was the first race of this challenge, and 26 cars were torn up on the first couple of laps. So that's how Denny Hamlin got eliminated last year. He was involved in the wreck, and Ty Dillon wasn't. So that's something to watch for when you're trying to fill out a bracket like this. Echo Park is Atlanta. Then you go to North Wilkesboro, short track, kind of feeds into certain people. It depends on who advances that far at that point. And then, of course, the championship races in Indianapolis. If you get on NASCAR.com and go to the fantasy tab and fill out a bracket, a perfect bracket wins you $1 million. Good luck. But you can click this little tab here, and it'll give you head-to-head odds, higher finishes, finished higher at Sonoma, finished higher at the road course type. It gives you all kinds of breakdowns so you can make, even if you're not a huge follower of the sport, you can make a justified guess. Like on most tracks, I would have probably leaned Ryan Preece, but it's a road course, so I'm taking Van Gisbergen. Here's my driver, Josh Berry. Yeah, he's matched up with my wife's driver, so hate to say it, but the wife's driver is probably going to kick my butt in this one. You can see I have my winner. I have Chase Elliott battling Ryan Blaney in the final, and I've got Elliott winning. I just took a flyer with Blaney. Why not? So, you can't have if there's upsets, you got to have some pick somewhere. So we'll see how it plays out. But that's the bracket challenge. Kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking at there. So something fun to do. Why not? It's a bracket. Again, people love brackets. So other than that, a little bit of news coming out. Excuse me again. A little bit of news coming out this week, or in the past week or so. Came out that Josh Berry will be leaving the Wood Brothers after the end of the season. Don't really know what to think of it. The results haven't been there. He won a race last year, but the results haven't been there. But I don't put the full blame on Berry for that. Fords are struggling across the board. I'll be honest, this is my opinion. I don't think the right crew chief is in place there at the Wood Brothers. I think they need somebody that is going to be a little more aggressive versus just doing what everybody else does when it comes to pit stops. Sometimes I think we need to stay out and get track position. A lot of times this year, the 21 car has passed people, but because they have no track position, there's a wreck, they're involved. And it's, to me, you got to get some track position, get out of the back, get out of the middle, get up to the front, even if it's just for a little bit. That team needed to be trying to get stage points, so I think they need to do a full overhaul of the crew chief and all that stuff. That's just my opinion. We'll see what they do. But No idea where he's going to go yet. There's some speculation. There's some speculation that he's going to wind up at Front Row Motorsports. I wouldn't be mad with that. There's some other speculation that he goes back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series for Richard Childress and drives one of their cars. There's numerous different scenarios in play for him. I'd like to see him stay in the Cup Series. I think he's got enough talent. I just think he needs, I hate to say it because I love the Wood brothers, but I think there just needs to be a better team. And the Wood brothers just need to try to, I think, make some insider changes in my mind. But we'll see what happens with Barry from there. Jesse Love is going to be moving up to take over the 21 car. Like that move, like Jesse Love, super talented kid. Think it'll be a good fit. Well, we're going to see how it plays out. I noticed that I saw this on my Twitter feed the other day. Somebody posted it, and I forget who, so I won't even attempt to mention names, but saw that Josh Berry was out on the golf course with Rodney Childers, who used to be Kevin Harvick's crew chief and was crew chief for Josh Berry the 1 year he was at Stewart Haas before they closed. And I think they were building a good rapport. I've said it all along. I think Josh needs Rodney as his crew chief. I was hoping he'd go to the Wood brothers when Josh went there. Didn't work out that way. He went to Spire. Rodney went to Spire. It didn't work out over there at all. But I'd like to see Rodney back in the Cup Series over with the maybe if Josh goes to Front Row, who knows where he goes. So we'll figure it out. There's been crazy rumors about Josh going to the 48 car to take over for Alex Bowman. Nothing's been said about Alex Bowman leaving the 48 or anything, so I don't even want to start that stuff. But somebody started it. People love to start rumors that have no basis to them. Much like somebody started a rumor, don't know 100%. It seems to be that Dodge, which is in the Truck Series this year, is going to be joining the Cup Series in 2027. It looked like it was going to be 28, but it seems like they can get it done in 27 now. Not sure exactly what body style they're going to use for their car. Some have said the Charger. I don't know what they're going to use. There's been a couple different options thrown out. But it led to a lot of speculation about who is going to be a Dodge team. Well, Colleague Racing is a Dodge team now in the Truck Series. People started throwing out all kinds of crazy ideas. Would Penske go back to Dodge? Penske used to race Dodges back in the day. I don't see that happening. I don't see Penske leaving Ford. Then somebody threw out, with the typical my sources, said RFK is going to Dodge. They ran Dodges back in the day too. Now, they have before, I think, or Brad Keselowski has, I should say that. I don't believe that 1 minute. I don't know what would happen at that point because that's Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. And you're talking about Roush Yates engines that power all the Fords. So if they go to Dodge, that pretty much, I don't know what Ford's going to do for an engine builder. I'm sure Ford could find an engine builder. That's not a problem. But it got so much traction because, again, it's the internet and people love to click things, that Brad Keselowski came out with a statement saying RFK Racing has a multi-year deal with Ford to try to restore that to a championship caliber organization, team, whatever. We're not switching. So the guy's sources, which were probably in his head in a dream or something, were wrong. Now, that being said, I may need to come back and issue that guy an apology because we've all seen this before where somebody, I'm not doing any, I'm not, and then they do it. So I don't see that happening. Not right away, but I don't see Roush Fenway with what they've got going, trying to build Ford up, would then go to switch to a Dodge and be a complete startup. It's going to take years and years and years to get that thing rolling. Where, Ford has been there, allegedly Ford's coming out with another body style next year, which I'm like, can we just quit changing the body style every 2 years? It's taking it. You change the body style, we can't get a grip on it. You change the body style, we can't get a grip on it. We start slowly making progress and you change it again. Just stop. Can we not just use the same body for 5 years to see what we can do with it? I mean, but who knows? We'll see what happens with it. Just some of the crazy news coming out. NASCAR always has what they call silly season, where everything that can go does go. People moving, people changing, teams leaving, teams quitting, all this kind of stuff. So just happens to start a little earlier this year than normal. But there'll be plenty more to come. We're going to keep following the Josh Berry saga, where he winds up, what happens there. I could see him back in the O'Reilly series. I know Rodney Childers, crew chiefs down in the O'Reilly series for the one car, which bounces around with different drivers. But that's a junior motorsports car. So he might wind up somewhere with that. Don't know what's going to come of it yet. We'll keep an eye on it and see. We'll keep an eye on other crazy scenarios. We're going to follow this Dodge saga to see what happens there. But other than that, just kind of an time for me in NASCAR right now. Like I said, I'm not huge. I was big excited for the race last weekend in San Diego because it was the first time. Sonoma's okay. It's kind of a technical road course track to me, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and get them two out of the way, and then really, really excited again, like I said, for Chicagoland to come back on the schedule. I like Chicagoland Speedway just out there in Joliet, Illinois. I expect that to be a packed house, and I expect that to be one of the best races of the year. So other than that, we're going to jump off here, figure out what's going on for the rest of the day, and go watch some racing this evening, a little bit of World Cup this evening, see what's going on there. So other than that, just, like, subscribe to the channel, please. Doesn't do anything, just gives me more, a little bit more reason to keep going, and gets me out there a little bit more, and we can get this sport of NASCAR out to more people. There's also, if you're new to my channel and you're new and you don't understand NASCAR and stuff, you can go look on my YouTube page, and you can easily scroll through videos, and there's a whole series on NASCAR for beginners. It's on my Patreon page as well. You can go tap into that and kind of teach you about NASCAR, show you, go through how to get your free tickets and stuff. Other than that, then y'all all have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch up, I think, tomorrow on the channel. I'll be going live at some point, not exactly sure what time. I got to get with a friend of mine. We're going to, by then, the World Cup will be set for the round of 32, and we're going to do a breakdown on the World Cup. So if that interests you, tune in tomorrow, turn the notification bell on my channel, and you'll know when we go live. Y'all have a good rest of your day.